Thanks for tuning in to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Incorporated. Today's video is going to be short, going to be sweet, but I think it's going to be impactful. Today's video is something I learned from Grandmaster Helio Gracie himself. I took one of his classes when I used to train at the Gracie Academy in the 90s. It was a rare opportunity that I was able to take one of his classes. And the funny thing is that the information I got, I haven't really seen nowhere else. So, there's a lot of YouTube videos. I've studied under a lot of different instructors. Really, it's just the finer points again of mount escapes. And I tell you, learning from Grandmaster Helio Gracie is like drinking the purest water at the top of the glacier. It was quite the experience, and he was not there to entertain. He was there for you to get better and understand mount escapes, and I hope I can pass on to you guys. I hope you like. So the subject matter of that class was, if the head's in the center, you can pick and choose which way you're going to trap to bridge and roll. But if the second the head, if you're trapping this hand, go ahead, trap the hand. The second you trap this hand, and then if the body weight is on this side, obviously you get that a lot from people with darker belts, because the white belts attack your collar from on top, and with this leg and this arm and this leg trap, you're going over this way. As you got time in year after year in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you realize if you lean this way, you're shutting down the bridge and roll. What he talked about now is trapping this hand. So if the people are going to start finishing the collar choke as it's entering the collar, you trap the hand. Go ahead, Juan. You trap the hand. I don't know if you're catching this on camera here. He traps, he lets go of my tricep, traps the forehead, switches his base with his feet, and then it's just a quick bridge, and I am over. Before I realize what's going on, it is too late. So let me cover this again. The hand goes in the collar. The person on the bottom traps the arm. As they bridge and roll, I realize that and base out, shutting down and countering the bridge and roll. So he talks about being patient and relaxed, keeping this arm trapped. All this now, I feel, the person on top now feels secure, knowing there's no way I'm going over top. The person wants to finish the collar choke on top. As that hand enters, you let go the tricep, you trap the forearm, give it a quick bridge, and the roll happens right over before it's too late. So over the years, I've experimented with this. When the person puts the hand in the collar, I trap the arm. When I see them base, I just sort of, they feel comfortable. I'm not ready to bridge and roll. As they get a little bit loose with that hand, they stand up a little bit. If they're just sort of up and floating with this hand, because they're so vulnerable to be bridged on this way, if I can just grab the sleeve ever so slightly, give it a tug and a bump, it's already there. So the escape has already been. Since they're leaning so far on this way to prevent the bridge and roll, they're very vulnerable for this one, so it takes very little. It's just a quick sleeve grab, pull, bridge, and they're over. So guys, I hope you got a little something out of this. This was obviously taught through a translator by Grandmaster Helio Gracie. There was a translator there. It was an hour class. It wasn't too many techniques. He was there to make sure we're getting better and understanding the principle of where the head position was and where you're going to bridge and roll. This obviously works more in tune, that once you have your bridge and roll basics of mount escapes and your elbow knee basics in the mount escapes. So if you gotta be fundamentally sound in your mount escapes in order to add the finer points of mount escapes, if that makes sense. If you're just working on the finer points without knowing the basics of mount escapes, it may not work. So you need to know the structure, the fundamentals, the foundation of mount escapes in the bridge and roll series and elbow knee escapes. Then the finer points could be absorbed a little bit more and more useful for you. So as always, I hope you got something out of it, and I look forward to seeing you in the mat soon.